Graduates, our Honorary Graduate T.R. Kesavan, our Alumni Speaker Amy Burke, parents, carers, friends, supporters, distinguished guests and colleagues. Welcome to this very special occasion to mark the graduation of the Harper class of 2024. Many of you have had long journeys to be with us today, with some travelling from the Far East, other regions of the world, and the different domains of the United Kingdom to be part of today's celebration. Thank you for taking the time to come, but importantly, for being part of this event. Dui Beijing Nongye Da Shui de Biye Xiong Ba Shi Huan Ying He Ju He Huan Ying Fu Xiaojiang Zhang Jinbai Jiao Xia He Tada Tongshimen. And for those who did not understand that, that was me welcoming our guests and our graduates from Beijing Agricultural University, and you'll be pleased to know that will be the only Mandarin I'll give in this speech today. As today is a day of celebration, you should feel free to clap, shout, cheer, and stamp to celebrate the achievements of your classmates, family member, student, or friend. Let's test out your enthusiasm and volume by thanking the excellent musicians of Senate Brass who kept us entertained while you were waiting for the ceremony to begin, and who will begin to play for us towards the end of the ceremony. So let's hear how loud you can be. And one special request from me, give me a wave. It'll be on LinkedIn later. Feel free, use it in whatever way you want. Last year, when delving into the Harper Adams archive, we discovered a song and accompanying music, which was written in 1902. Rediscovered it in a wonderful scrapbook compiled by the college's first principal, H.F. Foulkes. A Harper College song was written, with music composed by the principal's wife and lyrics by R.E.C. Burder, who was a staff member at the time. The song is called Utile Dulce, still the university motto today, and it's included in the coat of arms on every degree certificate you'll collect. A popular translation from Latin of Utile Dulce is reaping rewards through hard work. Today, just before we began our procession into the marquee, you actually heard that music being played. I'll share some of the words of it with you later in this address, but I can assure you, and perhaps more importantly your parents and supporters, that it will not be the words of the Harper song that our students tend to sing on a Wednesday night during term time. Discovering this song and its music has established a genuine connection between how and when this institution was founded, what it has become, and what we celebrate today, namely you. Connecting the past to our history and connecting the present to our history reminds me of the experience I had almost every day when I was working in Australia before I came to be in this role. At the start of every formal ceremony, like the one we celebrate today, I would be invited to say the following words. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which we meet and pay my respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. In Australia, this is an important and a poignant moment. It reminds the current occupiers of these lands, waterways and natural resources, that they have not always been theirs. They were passed to them from many previous generations. It establishes a memory, but it also establishes accountability to make sure that the generations ahead can access and benefit from the world's natural resources in the same way that we can today. If anything, there is an obligation to make things better, and an accountability to ensure that they do not get worse. If we reflect on the present time, so how are we doing with this accountability to pay it forward and steward the lands and natural resources for the benefit of generations to come? I could argue that the report card would simply say, must try harder, urgent action needed. From polluted waterways to unprecedented rises in global temperatures, from growing global inequity in the access to food compared to rapidly increasing food production, from the rapid onset of pest-borne diseases to the re-emergence of diseases that we thought were dead over a century ago. For those who are still in any doubt about global temperatures, track how hot it got in New Delhi this year compared to any previous year. The step change was stark, and it made the living environment for many simply unlivable. Our planet and its populations are signalling loudly that something needs to change. Something needs to be done. Now, you may be wondering, why am I focused on such heavy matters at a time when we should be celebrating? Put simply, and anyone who knows me, I'm an optimist. And this university, its staff, governors, students, graduates, alumni, partners, you, that's what makes me optimistic. That's what gets me out of bed every day. That's what makes me feel positive about our future. At a time when the world is in a state of geopolitical turmoil, environmental turbulence, and where we seem to hear more bad news than good, let me give you some reasons to be cheerful, some reasons to be optimistic. So, the first reason to be cheerful. The university from which you are graduating, Harper Adams as an institution, was established through the generous bequest of its namesake Thomas, to ensure that populations were given access to the skills and capabilities to keep agriculture and its related disciplines relevant. The employees, governors joining me on this platform, and the hundreds of academics, professional and technical staff that they represent, work to take on and answer some of the trickiest questions of our planet and the questions that our population are facing. They fulfill the responsibility of Thomas's original legacy every day, providing answers and practical solutions to make a tangible difference to how and where we live. The second reason to be optimistic, the work we are all part of, including you as our soon-to-be newest graduates. Whether it's finding a just path to net zero, reducing the methane production of farm animals, improving nutrient density, tackling food waste, re-wetting peatland to make it productive, securing the highest standards of animal care and well-being, advancing the reach and impact of precision farming, tracking and mitigating the destructive impact of insects and diseases, and in some cases reversing it, developing models to establish financially and socially sustainable businesses, unleashing the power of data, promoting effective models of regulation, designing and developing new food types. I could just go on and on and on. During your time here, your university and its future farm has made positive, meaningful and tangible progress in tackling all of these challenges and has attained an unrivaled reputation for doing so. And your work, everything you have done, has been part of that. So don't forget that. The third reason to be cheerful, how this university works. Our strategy is called Together, We Will Make the Difference. We work to be one of the world's most impactful universities. Everything we do connects to a better lived experience for the earth and its inhabitants. We are not separate from society or aloof to it. We deliver everything through partnerships with industry partners, governments, charities, not-for-profit organisations, and through our partnership with you. In your time here, you have made a meaningful difference through your studies, through being a part of this community, through your placement, and through your willingness to make the difference. It is for all these reasons that the university was given last year the inaugural Sunday Times Specialist University of the Year Award, and it retained its award, voted by you, the students, for delivering the best employability outcomes in the country. We've achieved gold in the Teaching Excellence Framework, and we also got good in our very first Ofsted inspection. So as a university, we have much to be proud of and to be optimistic about. And my final reason to be cheerful is sitting in front of me, and that's you. I have one major advantage over you at the moment. I can see every single one of you. I can see your faces. I can see looks of pride, potentially becoming smiles over time, some faces of apprehension at the thought of whether you will cross this platform successfully whilst remaining upright with a mortarboard still on your head, your shoes still on your feet, and still being managed to smile. All I'm going to say is try your best. Let me be unambiguous on one thing. I and every staff member of this university and every governor could not be more proud of you. Many of you have secured scholarships provided through the generosity of our donors, Many of you have won national and regional prizes. There are too many to mention, but here's some of them. Emma Lancaster, who won the Companion Health Award. Ji-Che Wang, who won the Beijing Agricultural University Food Quality and Retail Management Award. Phoebe Eglinton, who won a Morrison Sustainability Prize. Caroline Hartley and Lydia Hopper, who won Noble Food Awards. Isla Andrews, who won the Roberts Prize. Grace Baxter, Hamish Allen, Theo Rossi, and Tristan Stockwell, who all won Spearhead Prizes. The list goes on and on and on. There is a list of prizes available to you, and please take the time to read it and celebrate these achievements. Now, one of the most confronting things that can happen when we are a university community is when a student dies during their studies or in the time when they become a member of our alumni community. Their sad loss is felt by everyone, every single person in our community, their fellow students, those who taught and supported them, and of course, most importantly, their families. I would like to pay special respect to the memory of those students and alumni that we have lost. And I recognise the contribution that they made during their time in this community and outside. We've grown a peace garden on campus, which is not far from the university main building, to be a place of reflection, helping us to connect everyone we have lost to the lands on which we study, work, and grow. And I would encourage you, as part of your day, if there is someone that you're remembering, please visit the Peace Garden and make that memory part of that garden. Now, today marks a new beginning. On graduation, you'll be joining a community of over 10,000 alumni of Harper Adams. And like them, I hope you will get involved in our alumni activities, including joining the social activities and support activities of the Harper Club, and continue to stay connected with the university and future generations of students. I look forward to seeing you at alumni events and various things that we'll hold. And when you're ready to refresh and extend your education and skills, I hope you'll look to Harper Adams, where all alumni receive a discount on further courses. We've tried to give a flavour of just some of the university's work and our ongoing connection with our alumni in the graduation brochure on each of your seats. And I hope you'll take this away and keep it and treasure it, but digest it at your leisure and keep it as a souvenir of your special day. It also includes a special message from our Chancellor, Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal. After this ceremony, you might find yourself being photographed next to the Harper Wellies or the large yellow plus in the graduation village and beyond. In fact, I'd encourage you to do so. The Wellies are well known within the institution. The yellow plus represents the impact that I know each one of you will have during your careers and shows the fact that this is a university which focuses on impact and focuses on getting things done. As a graduating class of 2024, you now take on our founder's vision. By continuing to engage with the university, I know that together we really will make the difference. Do not be timid within your chosen profession. There is just simply too much to do. I talked about the challenges earlier. Be bold, take on challenges, be respectful, and most importantly, be brilliant. In return, Harper Adams University will be by your side throughout your career, hopefully welcoming you back to do another course or just to an event, and even thinking about the scholarship you might establish or get your company to establish for us. You could even do what Amy's going to do today and be the alumni speaker here. She'll tell you how enjoyable that is in a minute. Let the pride that we have and that your families and supporters have in you today be a source of strength and comfort as you move forward. And importantly, never, ever, ever feel alone. Stepping out from this close-knit community can be daunting and might even feel lonely. And if that is ever the case, reach out to this university and let us break that silence for you. We will always, always be here for you. So, returning to where I started, I mentioned the music that we heard from the college song of 1902. Now, I have to admit, not every word of that song might be viewed as politically or culturally acceptable today, and may not have been at various points in this university's history. But much of the song is surprisingly foresighted, and I believe that its spirit still talks to us and resonates for us more than a century on. So to finish, I'd like to share the final section with you from Utile Dulce. So as we work and play together, may we always hold in view the motto, Utile Dulce, and the colours, gold and blue. Then as the days roll onwards and that which was new grows old, those colours shall bind us together, those colours of blue and gold. And with that gold untarnished, and with blue without a stain, floreat, Harper Adams, and win for yourself a name. So it's now your turn to win for yourself a name. And we're going to be filled with pride, and we'll be here to support on every step that you take as you do so. So let me end where I started. Congratulations to every single one of you. Thank you for the contribution you've made to this institution. Thank you in advance for the support and contribution you'll make in our future. And I'm delighted to declare this graduation award ceremony open.
Good morning. It gives me a great pleasure to announce the awards for animal science courses. First, Bachelor of Science in Animal Behavior and Welfare, Clinical Animal Behavior, Josh Barker. With Bachelor of Science with Honours in Animal Behavior and Welfare, Clinical Animal Behavior, Ave Axon. With Bachelor of Science with Honours in Animal Behavior and Welfare, Amy Bryan. Robin Cottrell. Gareth Evans. Olivia Fletcher. Amy Hanif. Amy Hudson. Emily Hooker. Isabella Moriarty Brown. Faye Morris. Apisan Padmanathan. Alia Shamsi. Massimo Aria. Sophie Wheeler. Jasmine Bullard. With Bachelor of Science in Animal Behavior and Welfare, non-clinical, Shania Balgobind. With Bachelor of Science with Honours in Animal Behavior and Welfare, non-clinical, Marissa Davis. With Bachelor of Science with Honours in Animal Health and Welfare, Olivia Cotton. Elisa Emerson. Amy Funnell. Ashley Wilton. With Bachelor of Science in Animal Production Sciences, Alice Pavel. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Animal Production Science, with First Class Honours, Ayla Andrews. With First Class Honours, Eileen Davis. Oliver Robinson. With Bachelor of Science with Honours in Bioveterinary Sciences, with First Class Honours, Rosie Clark. With First Class Honours, Kerry Edwards. With First Class Honours, Lauren Maycock. With First Class Honours, Angharad Rees. With First Class Honours, Chloe Rodriguez. Joseph Akinbowale. Molly Arton. Eloise Bates. Hannah Bates. Hannah B12. Jessica Bishop. Naomi Brown. Lucas Collins. Emma Devaney. Rachel Duff. Hannah Ellis. Francesca Gatescale Holland. Isabella Greenwood. Lucy Henry. Molly Kelly. Alexander Knight. Louis Miller. Alicia Morgan. Amelia Morgan. Benjamin Oakes. Charlotte Pearson. Isabel Roth. Carly Rumsey. Nicole Sawyer. Amy Sumnam. Jack Thatcher. Jennifer Thomas. Madeline Thomas. Charlotte Train. Jasmine Rich. Millie Warner. Caddy Williams. Emma Wolf. This concludes the awards for animal science courses. Many congratulations to you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to announce the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Applied Zoology, First Class, Sophie Raybone. James Wankling. Lucy Aron. Jordan Bliss. Holly Brown. Laura Castano Martinez. Daniel Drew. Neve Greenlee. Ella Middleton. Elise O'Connor. Cameron Proctor. Luke Salt. Paris Soust. Hannah Thompson. Joe Wilton. George Woods. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Zoology with Entomology, First Class, Imi Crow. Lewis Dunmore. Amy Rostron. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Zoology with Environmental Management, Jess Jones. Thank you very much, a marvellous cohort.
Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to announce the awards for Business and Agri-Food. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness, with commendation, Isaac Jinks. Benjamin Eden. For the award of Bachelor in Science with Honours in Agribusiness, with First Class Honours, Phoebe Eglinton. With First Class Honours, Georgina Harrison. With First Class Honours, Nick Jahay. With First Class Honours, Sonara Leahy. With First Class Honours, Tash McDonough. With First Class Honours, Isabel Mundy. With First Class Honours, Katie Slawson. Eliza Allen. Dominic Baggett. Thomas Broom. Jacob Copley. Lyned Davis. Francesca Fryer-Smith. Megan Harvey. Ben Kellett. Emily Larson. Evie Redman. Theodore Rossi. Finley Rudge. Jack Saunders. Tristram Stockwell. Mark Wharton. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Agri-Food Marketing with Business, with First Class Honours, Caroline Hartley. With First Class Honours, Niamh McGrath. With First Class Honours, Ella Parham. Lucy Amos. Charles Brown. Clara Dews. Dion Edwards. Victoria Gilder. Craig Humes. Marcy Hutchinson. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Business Management with Marketing, Simon Murphy. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Business Management with Marketing, with First Class Honours, Grace Baxter. With First Class Honours, Millie McAvoy-Jones. Hamish Allen. Thomas Brown. Lucy Ferrigno. Angus Lang. Sasha Smallman. Kimberly Stearman. Catherine Tibbett. Molly Vigus. Gwenno Williams. Freya Williams Shield. Ben Woodhouse. That concludes the awards for business and agri-food. Congratulations to you all.
So one last big round of applause for the first half of the ceremony. At the ceremony today, we also celebrate the remarkable achievements of the graduates from our joint programmes with Beijing University of Agriculture and both institutions' efforts on nurturing such a fruitful partnership. It's now in its 21st year. We're delighted to welcome the Vice President, Professor Zhang Jinbai, and his team from BUA to present at this final moment. Professor Zhang has graduated with first degree in agricultural mechanisation and later obtained a master's degree in public administration. With a rich background as a qualified engineer, he has previously served as the director of the Economic Information Technology Bureau of Beijing Changping District and has enriched management experience in the fields such as seed industry, animal husbandry, and regional scientific parks. So please welcome Professor Zhang and congratulations to all on this momentous occasion.
It gives me the great pleasure to announce the joint program with Beijing University of Agriculture. Firstly, Bachelor of Science with Honours in Food Quality with Retail Management, Chen Yongnan. Li Yilin. Liu Chang. Liu Yanan. Yang Jiaqi. The Bachelor of Science with Honours in International Business Management, with First Class Honours, Deng Ruiyi. Jia Ding. Ni Ruoyu. Xue Xiaohui. Zhu Qianyi. this concludes the awards for the joint program with Beijing Agricultural University. Congratulations to you all.
It is a great honour to be asked to say a few words in recognition of T.R. Kesavan's achievements today. T.R. Kesavan is a director of TAFE Limited, the world's third largest tractor manufacturer by volume and India's largest exporter of tractors. Over the past 50 years, his career has encompassed agriculture, construction, mining, oil, tool and materials handling, engineering and management. As a keen advocate for greater agricultural mechanisation and the adoption of precision farming practices to improve farm productivity and Indian farmers' livelihoods, he regularly addresses both Indian and global audiences. This has led to him advising and negotiating with Indian national and state ministers on farming policy changes to facilitate technology adoption. He is also an active council member on numerous global, industrial and Indian government associations linked to agricultural productivity and management. Mr. Kesavan was instrumental in establishing and helping develop Harper Adams' partnership with TAFE, which led to the opening of TAFE's AgTech Solutions Research Centre in Newport in August 2022. This collaboration has seen Harper Adams staff working with TAFE for the past 7 years, helping them develop a range of precision farming systems, electric tractors and agricultural robots. The first commercial output from this alliance is TAFE's groundbreaking electric tractor, which was shown at Agritechnica in November. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you for admission to the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa, Sikipat Raman Kesavan.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I admit Sikipat Raman Kesavan to the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa of this university. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Richards. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I stand before you humbled, honored, and grateful to this great institution of Harper Adams, a noble vintage and heritage of 123 years. I am indeed grateful and indebted to the university, Professor Ken Sloan, Vice Chancellor and CEO, and Dr. Richard Green. My association with HAU started a decade odd back when Dr. Richard Green and myself co-addressed a Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India knowledge session. This relationship continued, and HAU and TAFE collaborated in automation solutions and AI and ML for agri equipments. Dr. Richard, I thank you for personal tutoring and official engagement that became a long-lasting journey for the quest. You said digital and technology will create a level playing field for small and big farmers. Today, I find it to be so true. At this juncture, I must acknowledge and support I received from James Miller, my friend, and one responsible for setting up TAFE's research and development facility located at the Nye Park. This is the result of collaboration between TAFE and Harper Adams University. James, without your nudging, I will not be standing before you here today. Thank you. My agricultural mechanization journey started 51 years ago in 1973, immediately after graduation as a mechanical engineer. My project in engineering was very unique for that time, a four-man carrying hovercraft that used to in marshy lands and water. I am proud to say that it worked so immaculately. I am also sad that time we had no digital photos or videos, so what I am left with is a few black and white, grainy pictures and a colorful memories. My project catapulted me, and I was offered a junior engineer's job at Caterpillar India joint venture, developing equipment used for virgin command area development in India. Even today, farmers of that vintage remember the work done by CAT D4 dozers and rippers. This journey weaved through India to Middle East, and I had the opportunity to develop many implements and equipment. I am proud to say that success in the endeavors further fueled my pursuit of mechanization in agriculture. On my return to India in 1994, I joined TAFE. I just explained by Ken. We today have factories in India, Turkey, Serbia, and a tech center now in Newport, Telford in association with HAU. My biggest challenge after I returned to India was creating a solution capable of meeting needs of smallholder farmers, where their annual earning, you'll be surprised to hear this, is anything between 1,000 and 3,200 pounds per annum, and mostly holding less than a hectare of land. So how can we do mechanization, and what is that we need to do which is actually important and put the money back into the farmer's pocket? I had 6 areas I concentrated on. How to ensure every seed germinates so that we eliminate the seed wastage, which is a big money. How to reduce the use of fertilizers, how to use the use of the pesticides, how to grow more crop per drop of water. I think this is exactly the words of the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi. How to produce more for 1 kilowatt of input power. Today, actually, we always say, put more power into an hectare, but I say, for out of 1 kilowatt, how much more can you produce? A slightly different way of looking, and how not to degrade and spoil the farmland, the most important aspect of all. Daunting talks always sound very simple. Today, India has got 120 million farmers and produces over 320 million tons of food grains and an equal amount of fruits and vegetables per annum. This, is not a small feat. So, how do I imbibe the values of 6 pillars I talked earlier to the farmers to ensure that they adopt it? Innovation is the way, but farmers' acceptance is always a challenge. The challenge is farmers can't be preached to. They need to see and believe before they are willing to do any change, accept any change in technology or usage. I think this is true world over. Implements and equipments business is farmer need driven, and only companies who are willing to live with them with the feet on the ground or in the mud, understand and succeed. Future of agri-tech depends upon precision equipment, operated assistance and automation, use of AI and ML to offer solutions at the time of need or to be proactive. Sustainability is the underlying key. One way to pursue is through encouraging agri-startups, nimble, willing to take risk with ideas and younger age group. I was the chair of the Tractor Manufacturers Association, which I changed to the Tractor and Mechanization Association, because I think tractors don't work by itself. I was also the chair of the National Council for Agriculture for 5 years, concurrently. This enabled me to handle startups, and I'm happy to say that today India has got 7,500 startups in agriculture alone, and we handle around 200 new agri startups every year. At this inception, I had to actually change the mindset of the startups. Agri-startup mindset from, they think that they are collectors of data rather than solution providers. I had to tell them that your job is provide solutions. I also to tell them, unicorn in agri-tech is not $1 billion like in digital. Agri-tech is phygital, feet on the ground model, married with high-tech. In our startup system, we encourage lower values, like a $50 million is a grand success for agri-startups. Startups need data to provide on-time solutions to farmers. Farmer needs only solutions, I said earlier, and they just don't need data. By end of 2025, gentlemen, I'm very happy to announce that Ministry of Agriculture India will have a complete agri stack on the cloud, and they will be opening it to all agricultural startups and agricultural farmers so they can use it without wasting time to acquire this data. And they have got a plan to ensure that this is going to be as current as 1 week, which I think is going to be a great input as far as agriculture is concerned for India. Another important aspect to bear in mind is that any precision equipment we are going to talk is going to cost much more than a regular equipment. That also means that poor farmers will not be able to buy it. In other words, we have been promoting in a big way agricultural mechanization as a service. People wonder, actually, will this work ever? I will just share you one simple example, and it's actually part of TAFE's journey. J-Farm Services, as we call it, or we call it JFS, is a CSR initiative by the TAFE Foundation to increase easy access to farm mechanization solutions to poor, small and marginal farmers through rental of tractors or any equipment. J-Farm Services is brand agnostic. This is a farmer renting to a farmer model where capital sunk already is put to better use. Small and marginal farmers who own almost 85% of the land holdings in India, many of them cannot afford ownership of tractors or implements. J-Farm Services bridges the gap by connecting the farmers who own tractors and equipment to needy farmers through its farmer-to-farmer platform. TAFE Foundation provides the app and runs the brand-agnostic platform free of cost to the farmers. All the monetary transaction is between the farmer renter and the farmer hirer, and we do not come in between. With this creation of this platform, J-Farm Services have impacted lives of, as on today, 13 million farmers across 17 states in India since its inception in 2017. Currently, ladies and gentlemen, per annum, 150 million pounds sterling is transacted between a farmer to farmer. Now, JFS is now being invited by the government of India to cover an all-India basis. And I think this is going to be a game changer as far as the agricultural renting is concerned. Another area, the new agri-mech, is actually lack the educative curricula for the new age students. Today, agri-machines are getting as complicated or even more compared to the automobile, because automobile need to only touch the roads, where agri-machine has to work in a field. And that means there is a huge amount of agronomy knowledge required there. Today, the need is HAU kind of institution of repute to walk the talk, to handhold, teach, and mentor. We have collaborated exceptionally well, and that kudos go to Professor Ken, Dr. Richard, and his team. I believe that following are important when you talk about industry academia collaboration. Joint research and development, encouraging agri-startup, training and education programs, collaboration of harmonizing standards, policy, regulatory frameworks, and IPR. Development of public-private partnership. Before I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, and the students, each of you here have overcome unique challenges and persevered against all odds to earn your place at this convocation ceremony. Your resilience, your determination, and your hard work are commendable, and they speak of volumes about your strength of character. Some of you may have come from modest homes. You may have faced financial constraints, societal expectations, or personal doubts along all the way. But remember, those challenges do not define you. They have only served to strengthen you. They are a testament to your courage and your unwavering commitment to your education and to your future. As you step out in the world, beyond these university walls, knowing that the future holds endless possibilities, it may seem daunting at times, but remember that you are equipped with the knowledge and skill and the resilience to navigate whatever comes your way. Seek knowledge. You might have access to enough information on everything at your fingertips or today through the Google. But remember, being informed alone is not sufficient. Application of information and learning from it is knowledge. And by experience, I always say, do not run behind success. It is just a phase. It is good to follow success stories as a motivational, but you need to pursue what brings you happiness, what brings you happiness in your own style. Perseverance is extremely important. We get scared when we see daunting tasks. I always say that daunting tasks are like eating an elephant. You can only take small bites at a time, but you can complete it. Perseverance is only way. When we conquered Everest, we only took one step at a time. I thank my mentors and my unsung heroes like my teachers in my school for what I am today. My first work-like mentor was the chief executive of the Caterpillar joint venture, Mr. Shenoy, and my current bouncing board is Ms. Malika, with whom we have worked for the last 31 years, a long stint of. My own ground mentors are farmers, customers, and farmer entrepreneurs. My question to the young students who will be graduating out is, do you have a good mentor? If not, kindly be on lookout for one. You may meet him anywhere, meet them anywhere. Mentor handhold you when needed and provides a shoulder to fall back on. He or she does not take credit of your success. It is all yours. A great mentor remains unseen, unclaimed, and a no-nonsense person. You, as the future of agriculture, need a vision for global agriculture and must focus on sustainable practices. Technological innovation that enables precision agriculture and smart farming, and whatever that makes it happen. I don't want to get into details of it. Let me once again thank all of you and also thank Harper Adams University, Professor Ken, Richard Green, and also Matt and all the degree students present here. Before I conclude, throughout my life, I'm really happy to say that this is the first presence of any convocation. This is my first convocation in my life, because when I had my graduate degree from Madras University, I didn't attend. The post-graduation ceremony in Bombay, I didn't attend. And also, I didn't do that in the Michigan Ann Arbor for my sandwich. So I think you persuaded me to do that. Thanks a lot for it. And I'm very, very happy, ladies and gentlemen, that it's an honor to get this in presence of my family. My wife, Devi, is here. My children, Ajay is here. My other son, Karthik, and the wife, Priya, all of them flew in from Melbourne, Australia. And Dr. Sumati, who's my cousin, who's a well-known GP from Walsall, is here. My dear friend, James and Denise is here. And let me conclude with 2 words. Queen Elizabeth said, he always expressed admiration, recognizing the essence of the role in farmers in the role of society. The farmers and producers who continue to provide our food, so essential to health and well-being, deserve our deep thanks. I think that's something we cannot forget. And Mahatma Gandhi deeply valued farmers as their crucial role in society. He believed that the prosperity of India or any land in the world lay in the well-being of its farmers and villagers. To forget how to dig the earth and to tend the soil is to forget ourselves, he said. As the students of agriculture, you can be change leaders. It is not easy, but if farmers sees that is useful to them, then it replicates faster. With minds that sow innovation seed, you harness the power of the future need. In fields of tech, your visions will grow, feeding the world with what you know. Good day, ladies and gentlemen.
It is my personal proudness and privilege to be able to present the next apprentices with their BSc Bachelor of Science with honours in Food Science and Technology. With first class honours, Olivia Harrison. With first class honours, Abby White. With first class honours, Chloe White. Anna Artingstall. Christopher Cox. Gemma Green. Amy Prince. Nevena Toshkova. And last but not least, William Whittaker.
Good morning. I'm really pleased to be able to announce the awards for food programmes. Bachelor of Science with honours in Food Technology and Product Development with first class honours, Lauren Connolly. With first class honours, Daisy Jones. With first class honours, Sophie Rhodes. Grace Brown. Morgan Casey. Katie Hughes. Erin Mawini Thompson. Emily Woollett. Bachelor of Science with honours in Food Technology with Nutrition, with first class honours, Catherine Davis. With first class honours, Lydia Hopper. With first class honours, Grace Latham. To all our fabulous foodies, well done, and go and get it. Well done.
It is my great privilege to announce the awards for veterinary nursing. Graduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing Anaesthesia, Gemma Braga. Rebecca Cox. Louise Hosford. Laura Marie Aiken. Graduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing, Analgesia and Pain Management, Laura Marie Aiken. Emma Gare. Graduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing Oncology, Amy Funk. Feike Lichthelm. Marit van Balen. Graduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing Surgical, Adele Bridges. Bachelor of Science in Veterinary Health Studies, Sophie Price. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Veterinary Health Studies, Gemma Pollard. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Veterinary Health Studies with Companion Animal Behaviour, Louise Way. Bachelor of Science in Veterinary Nursing, Holly Pomfret. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Veterinary Nursing with First Class Honours, Millyanne Noble. Rhea Blakely. Caitlin Cunningham. Maria del Pilar Delgado Morales. Dylan D'Souza. Rose Gurney. Elizabeth Hughes. Elizabeth Hughes. Erin Jones. Charlotte Kern. Lucy King. Kaylee Kirk. Charlotte Mail. Sarah McElduff. Jacob Newsom. Natasha Paquette. Amicia Ruddle. Mel Samuels. Morgan Chocart. Victoria Smith. Jessica Tyrrell. Lucy Irwin Mann. Daisy Wilson. Nick Weissman. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Veterinary Nursing with Companion Animal Behaviour, Anjali Badwal. Holly Calvert-Lee. Shannon Cox. Katie Marsh. Amy Quince. Melissa Shaw. Abby Walters. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Veterinary Nursing with Small Animal Rehabilitation with First Class Honours, Laurel Belveston. Sophie Allen. Jodie Carlisle. Rebecca Dawes. Annabelle Gledhill. Kira Grizzly. Eleanor Makepeace. Emily Michaels. Beth Murray. Abigail Stinchcombe. This concludes the awards for veterinary nursing. Huge congratulations to you all.
gives me great pleasure to announce the awards for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Veterinary Physiotherapy. With first class honours, Flo Collins. With first class honours, Emily Dougal. With first class honours, Leah Goodwin. With first class honours, Emma Lancaster. With first class honours, Hannah Thorpe. Sarah Abbott. Charlotte Alsop. Jenny Bell. Rachel Billington. Rachel Chadfield. Katrine Doyle. Fern Farrelly. Katie Gordon. Scarlett Gugach. Isabel Hart. Ellie Holgate. Joe Marriott. Charlotte Newbury. Emma Newman-Teague. Zoe Neelan. Christina Retzova. Beth Roberts. Lily Royston. Shani Smith. Erin Turner. Drew Upton. Sam Washington. Grace Wheeler. And Jessica Winrow. That concludes these awards. Well done, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to announce the award for University Diploma Veterinary Technician, first cohort. Abby Allen. Rosie Atkin. Samantha Baker. Victoria Brooks. Olivia Cribben. Chloe Dean. Holly Dodd. Lauren Eaton. Blythe Emery. Michelle Fletcher. Karen Gardner. Emily Hallett. Lewis Honeywell. Mariana Kominzak Titze. Meg Lawrence. Gemma May. Karen McNeil. Molly Mead. Lydia Morgan. Alexandra Morley. Molly Nicholson. Natalie Parker. Sam Porter. Molly Rivers. Anise Rose. Emma Webster. Helen Whittaker. And finally, Janie Wright. This concludes the award for University Diploma Veterinary Technician. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the Talk Postgraduate Awards, beginning with the Postgraduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing Anaesthesia to Anna Kenny. The Postgraduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing Surgical to Leanne Dalton. And to Debbie Howe. The Master of Science in Advanced Veterinary Nursing with distinction to Alice Glennie. The the Postgraduate Certificate in Data Science for Global Agriculture, Food and Environment to Monica Carlotti. The Master of Science in Data Science for Global Food and Environment to William Banda. And to Sophie Constant. The Master of Science in Food Business Management to Sally Jameson. And to Ashley Farewell. The Master of Science in International Agribusiness and Food Chain Management with distinction to Sebastian Barloco Amorin. And to Rahul Patel. And to Ivan Walsh. The Master of Science in Ruminant Nutrition at distinction to Emma Stewart. Hannah Jackson. James Murphy. And to Millie Stevens. The Postgraduate Certificate in Teaching and Supporting Learning in Higher Education to Joanne Ashcroft. To Millie Hubbard. And to Rebecca Shepherd. The Master of Science in Veterinary Pharmacy to Kim Jones. The Postgraduate Diploma in Veterinary Physiotherapy to Emily Addy. And to Ashley Brown. And Madison Jamison. And to Ashley Murphy. The Master of Science in Veterinary Physiotherapy at distinction to Lois Tomlinson. To Bethany Iganda. Amelia Gallivan. Nadia Hallwood. Jordan Hobbs. Megan Ingham. Chloe Robinson. Catherine Starkey. Lauren Stringer. Adelaide Watkins. And to Charlotte Wright. We also have the Master of Science in Food Industry Management to Abdul Hakim Kazimi. That brings me to the end of the Talk Postgraduate Awards, but we have a few extra to announce, so if the students who are late arriving can come up now would be appreciated. Are you coming, guys? Josie? Josie 1? Come, folks. Okay, all the late arrivals, there's 5 of you, there's 2. Josie, Bruce, Bella, Larissa and Maggie. Okay, thank you. Okay, great. Thank you very much for that. And it's a real great pleasure to be able to conclude these awards. And we have the Bachelor of Science with honours. And the first is in Food Quality with Retail Management to Josie Wang. And to Bruce Zhang. We also have the BSc Honours in International Business Management to Bella Pan. To Larissa Chen. And to Maggie Wan. Great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I call upon Susan Howarth to come and do the RCVS declaration. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure and honour to be here with you today, celebrating your graduation, leading you through your declaration to join the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons Register as veterinary nurses and admitting you as associate members of the college. The title of veterinary nurse is one to be proud of. Although veterinary nursing is a relatively young profession, it has come a long way since the original scheme of Registered Animal Nursing Auxiliaries, or RANAs, was introduced back in 1961. You are joining our profession during an unprecedented period of positive change and growth. So be proactive and engage with our profession and be the catalyst of changes you want and be instrumental in shaping our future. The work you have undertaken today to get here should not be underestimated. Along the way, you have passed numerous exams, assignments, completed the Day 1 skills for veterinary nurses in practice, and of course the OSCEs, which you will never forget. This is a great achievement and one you should be extremely proud of. Today is an important day with your admission to the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons Register, which allows you to legally practice as a veterinary nurse, abiding by the VN Code of Professional Conduct as you work as an accountable professional.
As veterinary nurses, you're an essential part of the veterinary team, working alongside colleagues to ensure the health and welfare of your patients. You will make a positive difference on every shift you work, so don't forget that. I would now ask the vet nurses to stand and make the declaration. You can please repeat each line after me. You can forgo the Manchester accent if you like. I promise and solemnly declare that I will pursue the work of my profession with integrity and accept my responsibilities to the public, my clients, the profession, and the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons. And that, above all, my constant endeavour will be to ensure the health and welfare of animals committed to my care. Okay, you can stop now. In the name of the Council of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons and by virtue of the power conferred upon them by Royal Charter and Act of Parliament, I do by here admit you as associates and by the same power do confer upon you the right to be called registered veterinary nurses and to be recognised as qualified members of the veterinary nurse profession. I congratulate you all on becoming registered veterinary nurses and wish you satisfying and challenging careers. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to now introduce our alumni speaker. Amy Burke is an Inclusive Programme Manager at Institute of Grocery Distribution. Amy completed her BSc Honours in Business Management and Marketing, graduating from Harper Adams in 2010. Amy has spent 15 years working in the agricultural sector, from banking to business improvement across the whole supply chain. After 4 years travelling internationally, helping clients with their sustainability goals, Amy took a role at the Agriculture, Horticulture and Development Board to focus on people's sustainability in UK farming. As a passionate LGBTQ+ member, Amy takes her knowledge and emotional intelligence to drive insight, best practice and a reverse mentoring programme for fast-moving consumer goods industry, helping to inspire change and support business to create inclusive workplaces where everyone can thrive. I would now like to ask Amy to take the stage.
Wow, I never thought I'd ever have to do that walk ever again, and fair play to the people in heels because it's incredible. I've also brought my own scroll because I felt like I've been left out. So, most of you here today have been at Harper during our darkest period the world has seen in many years. You've certainly had a testing and different learning experience than most. With COVID, cost of living crisis, recession, multiple governments, and that's a pretty big list of external challenges, whilst you go through the mental battle of trying to get your degrees. But if there's one thing I know about this generation, it is that you are the most resilient. Because you face so many unprecedented times, you bounce back quicker and higher, and it makes you all incredible candidates for the labour market and a future prosperous career. You're also known as a generation who puts purpose first. You care about where your food comes from, you care about sustainability, and you want equality as a non-negotiable. I actually feel quite sorry for your future employers. That being said, one of the scariest moments is when you transition from this Harper bubble into the world of employment. Well, it's definitely how I felt when I was sat here 14 years ago. I know, I don't look that old. The room was much, much smaller and there was less faces, but it is a very nerve-wracking moment. It was also a fluke for me because, as my lecturer here knows, I had to do a resit every year, and 3 days prior to graduation, I finally got the confirmation I'd passed that resit. I did it the long way and hard way round. I never really found education easy, particularly when I came here, as you can hear from my accent, a complete townie. I didn't even own a single pair of tweed, and I definitely didn't have a pair of wellies. I stuck out like a sore thumb. But my new friends were all welcoming, and that's what you get from Harper, a very welcoming experience. Everybody that I'd met had pretty much been privately educated, whilst I'd come from a family who all left school at 14 and either became a hairdresser or a painter. Against all the odds and some very, very, very big support, very patient man here with me, I passed and got my degree. But I still sat here 14 years ago thinking, what on earth am I going to do? I embarked on quite a squiggly career, and most people in the room will agree that actually there's no such thing as a straight career. They're all quite squiggly and different in their own ways. I just remember thinking when I was leaving here, I just don't want to work with animals. I think that kind of inner town had never quite left me. So, what did I do? I've worked with arable farmers across the UK on improvements to business. I've provided on-farm carbon footprint assessments for retailers. I've travelled to 21 different countries as part of my sustainability auditing role. And I've helped create new apprenticeships and train farm managers on leadership skills. I would say it's quite a very, very squiggly career, very squiggly, very mindful, very demure. I'm so glad that landed. I thought, I'm going to just sound like an old person. Either way, each of my role, each part of the experience, and most importantly, each failure, built the foundations of the skills that helped me in my current role. All of these have led me to my purposeful career that I do now, work on inclusion and diversity. I get to work with food and drink businesses across the whole industry. Many of the businesses that you went on placement to, or some of the businesses that you're going out onto careers with, pretty much all the food that you eat on a day-to-day basis, other than Rajah's, I've helped them to create inclusive cultures. And it's a dream, and I still can't believe that I get to do a role that aligns so fundamentally to who I am and what I do. So, I'm going to wrap up with 3 big tips to take you forward and have the best career and work in an industry that feeds the nation on a daily basis. Firstly, never compare yourself and your success to those of other people. Comparison is the thief of joy. Do you think the honeybee spent its time talking to flies who are wasting their time on muck? No, the honeybee spends its time focused on its success of creating delicious honey. And quite frankly, that fly is very happy in its muck. I think this is imperatively harder for this generation because you've all grown up with social media, reality TV shows, and I feel that there's a filter for happiness everywhere you look. And you're constantly looking at, that person must be happy. True happiness, as was said in another speech earlier, starts within yourself and really understanding what makes you happy. My first boss taught me something about that self-reflection piece. And as he would say in a thick Yorkshire accent that I'm not going to repeat for fear of offending, no one will tell you you're good, you just need to know it. My second tip is networking is critical, it's imperative. You're now part of this elite club. The Harper Adams brand will open doors. It really, truly does. It's such a huge brand, especially in our industry. But these doors don't just open. You have to lean into them. You have to really understand where you need help. The thing about networking is you should be able to do it unintentionally. As soon as you realise that every network's not going to be a win for you, there'll be times when people reach out to ask you for help, and these are golden opportunities to share your learning, your understanding, or just support somebody else, because I can guarantee you'll need that support back some point towards your career. I would say that I probably connect with a Harper person almost every day. Throughout my career, there's always been Harper people all over the world. They really get out there. So make sure that you reconnect and keep in touch with your Harper classes, but also those of different years. Networking is super critical. And then finally, imposter syndrome will be your biggest barrier. Whether you believe you can do something or you can't, you are right. The more you tell yourself you can't do something, the more your limiting self-belief will believe you, and the more you'll realise it's all in my head. That being said, it's easier said than done, but here we are. I would never taken all those leaps of faith into different careers, connecting with different people, if it wasn't for ignoring those voices in my head saying, they're going to find out you actually know nothing about sustainability, or they're going to find out you're not from a farming background, they're going to kick you off that farm. I ignored that imposter syndrome and went with it either way. Even though today I had initial nerves thinking, why am I going to be stood up here? What value can I add to the most special day for these people? Someone's asked me to be here because they believe in me, and therefore I should believe in me. So, go out there, be proud of who you are, keep connected, and take that leap of faith.
Amy, thank you. That was really inspiring. On behalf of the whole community of teaching, support, technical and professional services staff, class of 2024, please accept our congratulations on the qualification you have earned and which we are celebrating today. Your journey to this moment has been filled with countless challenges, and we've heard a few examples in Amy's talk, and late nights and hard work. The path you have forged here at Harper Adams has uniquely equipped you for success in the world beyond. As a result of the mix of our high-quality applied teaching, award-winning academic and support services, and the invaluable contribution of our network of employers, a number of whom are with us today. It has been our privilege to support you throughout your journey. As you start this exciting new chapter in your life, remember you're not alone. You are part of a family of past Harper Adams graduates who have succeeded in many fields. Please keep in touch with us through our alumni network, attending community events, and by supporting and inspiring future students at Harper. Our alumni prove that our education here can turn you into leaders, innovators, and people who can make positive changes in the world. One such inspirational leader is Ellie, our Student Union President, during your last year with us. Ellie, can I ask you to give the vote of thanks?
I've got an awful lot of good speeches to follow, haven't I? Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, graduates, it's my honour to be standing here in front of all of you today to give the vote of thanks. As I was planning this speech, numerous ideas were running through my mind. The initial ones, obviously, were that if somebody was to tell me I was to be standing here, having to walk across a stage in front of hundreds of people today, I would have balked at the mere thought of it. And then it struck me, I had the same thoughts when I moved into Bowie C back in 2019, because I was about to embark on a Harper journey and make an investment in my future that would alter the course of my life. Now, to most of the graduating class sat here before me, I hope the opening paragraphs of your Harper chapters and your Harper careers started with the same thoughts that I had. If not, though, what have I done starting a degree in the middle of a pandemic? It follows that 4 exciting, trying, wholesome, difficult, challenging but enjoyable years later, the Harper chapters of your journeys have now concluded. The final paragraphs, I hope, reflect on the final and exciting year of being victorious in the reinstated RAU varsity, the plethora of memories made in the Student Union Bar, and the experience shared in lectures, tutorials, club, society, and year group activities, rather than the tears and late nights poured into meeting your deadlines. Today, before you close this chapter and commence the next, you should celebrate all that you have achieved and overcome during your time at Harper. Today, remember those in our community we have lost along the way and couldn't be with us today. Today, take the opportunity to express tremendous gratitude to all of those that have contributed to your success as a student of Harper Adams. You are part of an incredible community, as many people have said today, and they are all so proud of you and everything that you've accomplished. With this, I'd like all graduates to stand and cheer as I propose a vote of thanks. Firstly, thank you to our distinguished guests and speakers for making today's ceremonies welcoming and inspiring. Next, our thanks go to our Vice-Chancellor and our Board of Governors for ensuring that the university develops alongside its students and continues to uphold the highest standards despite the challenges it faces. Thirdly, to the lecturers who have led us into academic epiphanies, the support staff who have gone the extra mile to be there for us, and the unsung heroes who came to turn the fire off in the dead of night. Then to the Students' Union and all of your fellow friends who have provided spaces and opportunities for us to enjoy ourselves. And finally, our most sincere thank yous, and all of you should turn to the other side of the room. And our loudest cheer extends to our friends and family who have laughed with us during our best times, supported us through our worst, and finally told us to grow up when we didn't know what times we were in. Thank you all, and good luck in commencing your next chapters within your new communities.
Thank you, Ellie, for those lovely words of thanks to us all. And many thanks to Ellie for being a truly splendid president of the Students' Union over the past year. Your service has been hugely appreciated, and particularly on behalf of the Board of Governors. I'd like to give you a big vote of thanks, so thank you, Ellie. My warmest possible congratulations to you all on reaching this milestone. The culmination of, I'm sure, a lot of hard work, but I very much hope also a lot of fun. And there's reference been made to the friendships that you will have made. Nurture those friendships through your life. I speak now from very personal experience, having, like all of us on this side of the room, experienced the ups and downs of more years than on this side of the room. The friends you make at university will support you through your life if you look after them and they look after you. And it helps you through the thick and thin. You will make plans for your life, and then stuff will happen. There will be ups and downs. As Amy said, I think you referred to your career at times as squiggly. And times you need to believe in yourself, and the best way to believe in yourself is when others help you believe too. And there's nothing, I would suggest, more important than the friendships that you've made over the last 4 years here. So please, please cherish those. And as has been said, cherish your relationships with everybody else that you've made at Harper, because they will be of lifelong and enduring value to you. The world is your oyster. And my goodness, the world has never been more in need of the skills, knowledge, and wisdom that you now have both individually with regard to the specialist subjects we've been celebrating this morning, but also collectively. And I emphasise the word collectively because, in my experience, everything in the world relating to the ecology of it, the human elements of it, and its physicality, all of those are in fact connected if only you can see the connections. And part of the role of this cohort, I would suggest, going into the future, because as Amy said, you are not only resilient, but you believe in purpose, you believe in what you're doing, you will want to care for all those elements, not just one of them. And I loved listening to the vet nurse's declaration, that final bit. And above all, I commit to the health and welfare of the animals entrusted to my care. I'd like to suggest that that might equally apply to every single discipline that's applied here. Wouldn't it be good if we all said, and I think we probably do, I believe in the health and welfare of the land and the rural communities and all aspects of it that are related. Seeing things on a holistic basis is one of the great joys of a university that can bring together different disciplines. So I'd entreat you to think about that as you pursue your individual careers and looking ahead. If there was one piece of advice that I'd add to Amy's, and I thought those were brilliant suggestions, it would simply be, as you are standing on the brink of the rest of your career, enjoy it. Whatever you do, enjoy it. If you do that, you'll do it well, you'll make other people smile, and you'll cope with the ups and downs. Don't do a career that somebody tells you you should, whether it's your parents, whether it's the professors. Do the career that actually makes you feel fulfilled. And I speak that from personal experience and observing others as well. This is my final event. I stand down as chair at the end of this month. But I can truly say graduation day is the happiest event that I attend of all the formal ones for the university. It is so important. It's the culmination, as I said at the beginning, of all the efforts that you have made. And it's truly, truly wonderful to be here to celebrate it and to see everybody enjoying themselves so much. As you go forward, just take time to look back as well, to cherish the past, but above all, relish the future. That motto will stand you in good stead throughout your life. So, I'm conscious I stand between you and lunch. I'm going to ask us all to be upstanding in a moment to sing the national anthem. Well, you may sing if you wish. The band will play the national anthem. I would encourage you, if you so desire, to sing lustily and loudly. Could you then please remain standing after the band finishes and whilst the formal procession goes out. I thereby declare this ceremony closed. Do enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
think so.